Hello, this is MrChabry. Last time we did some training on the below route. Today what we're going to do is, do some more training. There's a lot of trainers you can battle in this little area. We'll start with this hiker here. This is Hiker Kenny. He'll actually ask you for his number after you're done defeating him, which he'll just call for rematches. Nothing out of the ordinary. He's going to have a pure ground type team. So if you've got a water type, go ahead and bring that in here, and Seeker's going to get a little bit more use. Seeker's actually pretty much pulled through, through a lot of the Elite Four battles. This thing has been such an amazing Pokemon. And a lot of people don't really realize how good this thing is. It doesn't have the best stats, but it's got a really good move pool, and it's a water type that learns electric moves, so it's really nice. So yeah, we're going to use it on this hiker here, who's got a bunch of ground/rock type, so he's not too much of a problem. But yeah, this route is a weird route. I don't know why they designed it the way they did, but it is a weird route. It's basically a maze of fences, and you're going to see that more as we walk around it. And, it doesn't make sense that someone would design a route like this if it's like an actual route. But in my headcanon, I like to think of it as like a little Zen garden someone made. I think it would have been cooler if they actually made the fences actual hedges instead. I think that would actually make more sense, because here she talks about walking through nature. That would be cool if it was like hedges, that would actually make sense. It would make more sense, it's like a little Zen maze. Instead of a bunch of fences in the middle of a route that people try to use to get to places. But yeah, that's what I feel like they should do, because that would be really cool. Anyway, question of the day. Tell me about a day in a maze. Have you ever been to like a little hedge maze, or maybe a corn maze or something like that? Tell me about it. When I was younger, I went through a corn maze, and actually got lost in the corn maze. It was like a school trip, and I actually heard the teacher calling for me, because everyone's getting ready to leave, and they were like doing a head count and everything, and I could hear them from the other side of the corn. But I couldn't find a way to get to them, so I was like, running down the paths trying to find a way out, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this. So I just ran through the corn. I didn't even continue the stalks. The pre-cut maze portion. So yeah, that's my maze. I also have another one. There's a theme park that's pretty close to here. It's called Holiday World. But at one time, they actually had a, this person, okay, there's a few, this person, okay, we'll battle this person next. They actually had one year where they had a corn maze, and it was actually really intricate corn maze. It wasn't like, I don't know how to describe like a normal corn maze, where it's, very simple. There's like a few paths and everything. This one, it was like very intricate, because like it was meant to, from the overhead, look like a giant bird. And this corn maze was a little bit different. Of course, with all the, intersecting paths, it's easy to find your way through the maze. But the trick was, they had different stations in the maze, and you had to go to each one and find or get a stamp. Now that was the trick, trying to get all the stamps. And we've got choice specs. I keep forgetting we have choice specs on this thing. I'll go into Eclipse here. I should have went into Eclipse anyway. Eclipse needs a little bit more love. Alright, trying to use Disable. I'll just go for a Payback. But yeah, this guy here actually has a pretty cool team. Most of his Pokemon are pretty low leveled. You're going to see one of his Pokemon are actually at a crazy high level, but don't be too worried, because it's going to be a Pokemon that you should be able to handle. We've got Secret Power just for another option, just in case our main move payback gets disabled. But yeah, that's pretty much my maze story. Getting lost as a kid in a maze, and then the time I went through a maze to get stamps. And I ended up getting all of them, and like they said that if you got them all, you'd get a prize, but then it was just like a piece of candy. And I was like, man, I don't know if that was worth it. But thinking back, you know, it is actually worth it. It actually was, you know, going through that whole thing, because it was about the fun, not the prize. It was a very fun maze. And we did end up getting all the stamps. Also that year, they had other mazes too. We went during the fall. Usually people go during the summer, and they don't have like any fall-themed stuff. But when we went, they had like a ton of, you know, mazes. They even had one which was like a ancient Egyptian themed maze. They actually didn't even finish that one, which was weird. When you got halfway through the maze, all the like the little paneling and the designs that they, you know, put out disappeared. It was just, you know, basically like PVC pipe that you had to walk around, and you could see through the entire maze. But yeah, that was kind of weird, that part. Alright, we'll go ahead and battle this person here. This is another person that will give you his number, and he actually has a pseudo-wudo. Yeah, this person will actually, if you accept his number, will actually give you sunstones, which, that's actually pretty cool having a way to get sunstones here. Sunstones are a pretty, you know, there's a few Pokemon that use it, not a lot. Usually they're grass types if they use a sunstone. You could evolve a Gloom into a Blossom that way, or a Suncurrent into a Sunflora. And those are pretty interesting Pokemon. Sunflora, like, isn't the strongest. Well, neither is Blossom. Blossom's like, it's sort of like Vileplume, but it loses out on not having a poison typing. And I feel like that poison typing is actually pretty cool to have, you know. We're going to actually put Rocky up front for this guy, because this guy's going to have a team of 6 Pikachus. This guy is a Pikachu fanatic. So with Steelix, I don't think they can even do anything to me. Yeah, Slam's like, oh, that was even a crit, and you saw how little that did. So yeah, they're not doing much to us. We just easily knock it out with an Earthquake. Yeah, Sunstones are pretty cool. I do like some of the Stone Evolution Pokemon. I feel like they could do stuff, you know. I don't really like the trade held item evolutions. There's not a lot of those, and it seems like the only ones that exist are in Gen 2, actually. I mean, there's some in other ones, but Gen 2 is when they went held item evolution crazy. So they have the Metal Coat, the King's Rock, and also the Dragon Scale. They did use some others, you know, later on, like the Protector on Electivire, or, you know, Magmar with the Magmarizer. And I actually think, if I remember right, I think they might have changed that. Or that might have been a fan game that I'm thinking of, where they changed it to, you know, the Thunderstone, Firestone. Which I think they should have done that instead, but yeah, I think that's what they should eventually do with all of the trade stone, like the trade item evolutions. Like, use some sort of stone, you know. That's what they do with Gloom. You use a Leaf Stone, get Vileplume, Sunstone to get Blossom. They could do that with Poliwhirl. Waterstone gets you a Poliwrath. Maybe they could use like a Shining Stone, you know, Dawnstone. Maybe something like that. Be like, it's royalty. Or Politoed, you know. maybe the same thing. Well, Slowking's a little different because Slowbro is a level evolution. But I still think a trade, maybe Waterstone for Slowking. Maybe that would work, yeah. Kingdra's a big one because I think it's the only Pokemon that uses the Dragon Scale. So maybe use the Dawnstone on that. Imagine it's like you look out over the horizon at the dawn, and there's a Kingdra. I don't know. I'm just spitballing ideas, but I think that's something they should eventually do. They sort of done it, changing evolutions of certain Pokemon to make them easier to evolve. I do like how they're doing that, because like one Pokemon that was always, or two Pokemon that was always annoying to evolve was Glaceon and Leafeon. Because you need a specific location to evolve those Pokemon. And luckily, they've actually changed it to where they're stone evolution, so you can actually use Leaf and Ice Stone on those. Which I think that's the way it should have always been, I mean, I know it doesn't make sense that you can't use a Leaf Stone in Gen 1, when all of a sudden, a Leaf Stone will actually evolve it, I know that doesn't make sense in your head. It's like, well, I wasn't able to do it before, but I don't think it's like a big deal that they need to not do it that way. Alright, I'm going to put Eclipse and Zephyr up front because this is actually going to be a double battle. This is the young couple, Tim and Sue. And they'll actually ask you for your number too. So yeah. Which are not like... It's not too... Like, it's not too bad, battling these two. They've got a Kadabra. They could have had an Alakazam. That would be pretty cool. And they also have a Psyduck. So I'll go ahead and Psychic the Psyduck. Psyduck's a pure water type. A lot of people get confused thinking it's water Psychic. But it's pure water. Golduck the same way. Pure water type. There's no Psychic type on Psyduck, even though the name implies that it's a Psychic type. It's like having a Pokemon called Water Bear, and it's a flying fire type. Anyway, Eclipse should get some experience because I'm going to have to rely on Eclipse quite a bit soon. Because it's a pretty important Pokemon. It's going to be very important. Actually, yeah, we'll go ahead and just click Shadow Ball. I don't know if I'll need some Psychics up ahead because I've been, basically going through a gauntlet. If you notice, I haven't went back to Hill. And I want to try to get through these string of routes without needing to go back and Hill. I will if I need to, but I like trying to get through it without it. And like I said, they'll try to exchange a number. And that's pretty much the maze route. But there's this trainer here, which technically straddles the line of the next route. He's actually standing on the water route, but he can actually see you from the route that we're on. So we'll go ahead and battle him too. Actually, I think that is technically this route. I don't know. I see different disparaging information. I think it's just my book that has it wrong, maybe. Yeah, my book has it wrong. That's what it is. So, go ahead and Secret Power. Yeah, because this is still Route 13. I don't know why my book says it's Route 12. Alright, Agility is trying to set up on me, but it doesn't matter because Eclipse is already slower anyway. And an Air Slash, if we don't flinch, we should be fine. Thank you. Payback on the Farfetch'd. Nice, nice. And with that, we're ready to battle the next person. Which actually, Eclipse would be good for this person too. Make sure. Yeah, I want to heal Eclipse up a little bit. Actually, I don't think I need to heal Eclipse up. I think Eclipse should be fine. Because this person uses a Spoink, which is a psychic type, and I don't know really what it could actually do to us. This person could actually have a Grumpig, you know. But I get the idea of, you know, not wanting to introduce us to these Pokemon, to like the stronger forms of them, because, you know, a lot of these Pokemon people probably haven't seen if they're playing this game for the first time. They're like, whoa, what are these Pokemon? Unfortunately, you really can't really catch them. You might actually be able to in the Safari Zone. Yeah, I think you can catch Spoink in the Safari Zone. There might be some that you can't, though, so a lot of people are going to be disappointed when they see these and want to add them to their team, or at least catch them, and they're going to have to, you know, transfer them. But anyway, Spoink is just snoozing away. We'll go ahead and Secret Power. And that will finish off Spoink. Nice. Alright, and that just leaves one more trainer on this route. And this is another bird keeper, so Seeker is going to get some nice experience here. Nice experience. Yeah, we're just going to discharge. Yeah, this guy's got a Talo, which don't use double team, please. I don't like that. Yeah, Talo. There's another Hoenn Pokemon. It's a pretty cool Hoenn Pokemon. I do remember seeing it a lot when I first played Ruby and Sapphire and really liking it. And he's also got a Fearow. Seems to me that a lot of these bird keepers in this little route love their Fearows. They love their Fearows, and I wouldn't have mind if it Mirror moved because I've got Volt Absorb. But yeah, go ahead and Mirror Move that. Give me some free recovery. Anyway, that will be the trainers on this route. And next time, we're going to continue our training montage, I guess you could say. If you like this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I will see you in the next Pokemon video.